The problem in front of Israel was huge. Jericho wasn't just a city. It was a strong fort with walls so wide that houses were built on them and gates no one dared to touch. If you looked at it from a human perspective, losing was the only logical outcome. But it's when things seem impossible that the truth of Proverbs 21:22 shines through as an unbeatable war strategy. A wise person can climb the walls of the mighty city and bring down the strength they trust in. The message you need to get today to break through your blocks is this: your victory doesn't depend on how strong you are, but on how much you understand spiritually. As we read in Joshua 6, Jericho was completely shut down. No one went out, no one came in. It was a standstill. But the Lord gave Joshua a plan that didn't make sense militarily. Instead of war tools, a march. Instead of war cries, silence. Instead of brute force, rhythmic obedience around the promise. Joshua wasn't a general who trusted in the number of his soldiers. He was a wise man who understood that Jericho's physical structure had already fallen in the spiritual realm, even before the first trumpet sounded. Natural eyes only see the height of the wall. Spiritual eyes see the cracks that understanding God has already made in it. But before you hear the crash, you need to feel the importance of marching in silence. Imagine the people walking around those walls for 6 days. From the top of the towers, the enemies surely mocked, yelled insults, and laughed at that silent army. Joshua felt the weight of the people's expectations, but he didn't listen to the sarcasm of his enemies. He looked to the instructions of the captain of the armies. Joshua's wisdom wasn't in coming up with a new plan, but in realizing that victory is about being steady, not acting on impulse. He chose to march without saying a word because he was too busy letting God's presence surround the problem. And this is where your heart needs to understand. Joshua's way of doing things changes how we think about winning. While the world tries to kick down doors with force and worry, the wise person climbs the city through understanding. He realizes that the enemy's confidence comes from the fear they try to put in you. When Joshua followed God's plan, he wasn't just walking, he was breaking down Jericho's spiritual resistance. On the 7th day, the sound wasn't from human effort, it was the sound of spiritual reality showing up in the physical world. The lesson that burns in Proverbs 21:22 is that spiritual smarts beat brute force in any situation. Wisdom isn't about having the biggest army. It's knowing that if God gave the plan, the wall is already rubble, even if it still looks like it's standing. When you stop fighting the world's way and start acting with understanding from the Word, you're not wasting time. You're weakening the foundations of what's stopping you from moving forward. What's the Jericho wall that's keeping you from getting your promise today? Maybe it's a diagnosis, a debt, or a family conflict that seems impossible to get through. Before you try to climb by yourself, before you give up because the wall is too high, stop. Breathe. Ask for understanding from above. Don't waste your strength yelling before it's time. Remember, Joshua's understanding is what turned strong stones into dust, because through his wise obedience, the way to the promised land was finally opened. I'm so thankful you walked with me through this thought on how wise people win by understanding. If this victory video spoke to your heart, please like it, subscribe to the channel, and share it with anyone who's facing a seemingly impossible wall. Your action could be the missing strategy for someone to see their wall fall today. Because Joshua's understanding was the bridge to conquering Canaan. And realizing that God's strategy is better than human strength could be the key to your next win. See you in the next video. Ras.